Time is running out, young Jeffrey. Time is running out because this is your last chance, because crypto is going to be huge. And here's how I think, in 3 simple steps, that you need to be involved in cryptocurrency. Because if you're sitting there as a full adult and you've got a big question mark in your little brain, let's just say there's my head right there, and you're like, oh, should I invest? What should I do? You need to just go. In this video, I'm going to show you bulletproof cases where cryptocurrency will be higher than the prices that they are right now by 2025. And not only that, they're going to be exponentially higher if you can build a diversified portfolio. So I really do mean this when I say this is your last chance. Because if you're not taking action now, you're not going to take action tomorrow or the next 3 months. What you're going to do is you're going to sit there when Bitcoin's 100k and you're going to be like, okay, now's the time to get in. And you're going to miss out on so much money, and you're probably going to be buying even higher than that. So we're at a turning point right now in cryptocurrency. The future is in the next 60 days or by the election. So what do I mean by that? The prices are going to be way higher than what they are right now. We can look at 30 to 60 days, or we can look at election prices as well, or election, time offs, November time. And here's how I know this. We're literally mimicking the last bull run. And this is the calm before the storm. So, a couple charts here. The guy from the carrot, is his name on Twitter, whatever. We're literally mimicking exactly where we are right now. That was the halving. We're spot on where we need to be. And we're actually outperforming previous cycles. So a lot of people are going in cryptocurrency right now, and they're seeing Bitcoin below 60k again. They're going, how long can this go on? Are we even in a bull market? It doesn't take a genius to come on the Bitcoin chart and look at the last year. You're up. You've doubled your money on Bitcoin in the last year. And this is not even getting started. But again, you zoom out and you start to look where we are. You can see the previous runs. You can see the 2017 chart down here in the yellow line. You can see the 2021. A lot of you guys and me were involved in that run. We're actually outperforming. We're actually outperforming the chart. So what we should expect is something like this. And if we can stay ahead, prices are going to get absolutely crazy. So this is what's crazy to me. I didn't think we were outperforming the previous runs, especially with the higher market cap. That's crazy. That is really crazy. And there's a couple of reasons before that. But just understand, we're actually right now, at the current time of recording, outperforming previous bull runs. And if you know anything about the previous bull runs, you made a lot of money. So just understand that. But again, if this can keep outperforming previous bull runs, what does that mean? It means prices are going to be a lot higher. So if you're invested in Shiba, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pepe, it doesn't really matter. You're going to be able to get less coins if you're not taking action now. And less coins equals less dollars, or less GBP, or less Australian dollars, whatever country you're in, to cash out by 2025. And that's so important, because if you have a small income or not enough money if you like, I think that's all of us, we all want more money, you will make less money. Okay? Just think about that. It's crazy. I didn't even know this when I pulled up this cycle or this chart. I was like, we're actually outperforming the previous cycles, because it doesn't feel that. You look at the prices right now, they're high if you reflect on where we were a year ago, but it's like nothing's really happened in the last couple of months. We're actually trending down. Kind of sucks, right, if you're holding on. But we're actually outperforming cycles, so it gave me a little bit of confidence there to present this to you. Now, here's what we know. If you're in doubt, here are 3 main data points to back it up. We talk about money flow. Money flow is very important because we had a big institutionals in the last bull run investing, and that was crazy. But now we have ETFs. And this is going to print so much more money for us. Not just in Bitcoin, not just in Ethereum, not just in Solana, for our altcoins. I use Bitcoin as a free marketing tool for us, right? So when you run a business, typically you go and pay money on ads, if that's YouTube ads or if that's sponsors in real life or whatever. If Bitcoin hits 100k, when, I should say, it's going to be on the news, it's going to be on the TV. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get a surge of the retail Jeffrey investors, or even the surge of the smaller institutional small businesses, and they're going to flood towards Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other coins. And what that's going to do for us that have been in the game for ages, we're going to be smiling. You're going to be walking into your job just laughing, because you know you were putting in the work today, 6 months ago, hopefully 1 year ago, and your bags are about to go to the moon. You are going to see banana curves on charts. Maybe not Bitcoin, maybe not Ethereum, But on some of these altcoins that we all love and hold, you're going to see charts like that because the money flow, the buy orders on these exchanges, OTC deals, it's only going to send it one way. It's only going to send it one way. So, the other day, we had a record on Monday. 224 million and a slight Bitcoin pullback, but we had the largest single inflow day in over a month. Okay, and this extends an 8-day streak of net inflows of the spot ETF. This is so good, man. Everybody talks about the ETFs, but I don't think people understand how good this is and how different this will be for this cycle. And that's why I believe this cycle is one of the best cycles to be in. After this cycle, we're going to get a lot more regulations. The UK is already starting to crack down on crypto platforms. You can get around it with VPNs, etc. But this is going to scrutinize the future bull runs. Still going to be money to be made, don't get me wrong. We'll be riding those runs. I'll be in this game with you. But this is the last bull run where we can really take action if you're the small investor. If you're the small investor coming in cryptocurrency at 2028, if that is the next cycle, round about then, it's going to be hard to do damage with under 10k. It really is. So what you need to do is milk this bull run now, make a fuck ton of money, and by the next bull run, you can maybe go for the millionaire status. You can do it this bull run if you're more risky, but you can really set up future potential with this bull run. Now, number point 2, the 4-year cycle. It's never been wrong. History repeats. Banana curve, bear market, banana curve, bear market, banana curve, bear market. Okay? And again, we're already outperforming the previous run. Why wouldn't it happen again? There'd have to be something catastrophic to happen, e.g. the C19 crisis in 2020. But guess what happened? Crypto didn't give a fuck. We had a massive crash. You take advantage or you sold. Didn't matter. The bull run still happened. And 2021 was the massive bull run. Biggest bull run so far. And I don't believe 2025 is going to be anything different. And number 3, this is kind of unfortunate. The dollar, GBP, is becoming worthless. Worthless, take that for meaning. But what I really mean by that is it's worth, okay? It's worth less. E.g., you go and buy anything right now. It costs more money, more dollar, more GBP to buy what you want. It is worth less compared to the goods that we want. Basic goods, rent, steaks, basic stuff, entertainment. It is becoming worth less. Here you go. Here's the purchasing power of the dollar. And this is very important because yes, we want to cash out for GBP, dollars, whatever. But after that bull run, we need to keep the money flowing. So do we go in more DeFi pools? Do we buy some real estate? Do we buy some maybe the S&P 500 just to keep our cash flow going before the next bull run? You can't just keep 500k, $1 million in your bank account because it will be worth less. So you need to think about what you want to buy in the next bull run or at the bear market. Buy some cool assets, maybe buy the watch, maybe buy the 100k Patek. Okay, maybe do that. But just understand, if the money doesn't keep flowing, it is worth less. And here we go. $1 in 1913 has the same buying power as $26 in 2020. And I believe that, but I don't believe that in same as the purchasing power. What you can see is it's almost like a bear market. The dollar is having a massive bear market. And guess what? The dollar, there's no bull run. There's no bull run in the dollar. It is going to fucking zero. As in, it is worth less. The same purchasing power, $14 could have got you 30 Hershey chocolate bar, and now you get $1 is $1, yes, but it only gets you a cup of coffee, and not even a good cup of coffee at Starbucks. The shittest cup of coffee in the world at McDonald's. It's crazy, man. And you need to be taking this bull run seriously, but you need to be thinking at 2025, where do we funnel this dollar? Because if you're holding the dollar, especially a lot of dollar, hold some dollars for your bills, etc. It's nice to have cash in the bank. It gives you some confidence. Having over 6 figures in your account, multiple 6 figures in your account is great. It gives you so much confidence. It's like, fuck you. You can't really do anything to you, right? You just walk with a different way. I remember when I had a negative bank balance and I was in my overdraft, because I knew if I made any hiccups, any mistakes, let alone I couldn't buy anything, but one mistake, I'm out the game. Okay, and if you're in your negative bank, if you're in your overdraft right now, there's not much confidence when you're sitting down at night time, maybe watching Netflix with a girlfriend. There's no confidence in a negative bank balance or less than a 10k bank balance, in my opinion. It would drive me crazy if I was back there. And it wasn't too long ago when I was back there. Okay, so again, let's get dollar value, let's get GBP value by this bull run. Right now I don't want dollars. I funnel that in assets. But at the end of this bull run, of course, we're going to cash out to dollars. But it's like, where do we apply these dollars? Because we know where this chart's going. Okay? Very important that you think about that, because yes, let's make a lot of money, but okay, what do we do with that money when the bear market's in? There's a lot of strategies that we need to talk about, you know, when that happens. Here's a data point too. Supply drought. Bitcoin is becoming, and again, we funnel this back in other altcoins, but Bitcoin itself, you think of a desert, okay, maybe in Dubai, if you've ever been. There's not a lot going on in terms of fuel. So Bitcoin supply right now, and again, I would argue it's lower. We've just had the BTC halving, but the supply right now, total supply is 19. The max is obviously 21. When this is fully mined, it's not going to be in our lifetime, okay? But remember that 19 isn't really 19. A lot of exchanges hold these. A lot of institutionals are not going to sell this, so you're never going to get your hands on that. But understand, a lot of people lose their Bitcoin. I would argue this might be 16, 17 million. There's a lot of people that have lost their Bitcoin on old computers, etc., when Bitcoin was worth like literally pennies, $1, that have never been recovered. So just understand, this is a scarce asset. And you know what isn't a scarce asset? This piece of shit. This piece of paper. This pound coin, which is the same as that. Okay? We don't even have, you know, £1 notes anymore. I think they got rid of them ages ago. But the point is, these are created. These are minted so much, and that's why they're worthless, right? This £1 coin, it can't even buy you a Starbucks right now. I think it costs like £3, £4 to even buy a good Starbucks coffee, and they're not even that good. So just understand that. It's funny, I'm kind of joking, but I'm half serious. So what do you think about scarcity? This is mind-blowing. So if you look at the BTC rich list, and again we apply this to altcoins as well, there's barely any left. Okay, it's going to get to the point, and I believe in this generally, we're owning 0.01 BTC. It's going to be a big deal. At 2030, maybe 2035, we're still going to be young, okay? If you're older, you'll still feel young. Get in the gym. Eat good. You'll feel great. But even owning 0.1 BTC, I promise you, or 0.01 BTC, people are going to be like, wow, you own a little bit of Bitcoin. Because what people are going to be struggling to do eventually is buy 0.00. It's going to get to that point, man. And it's already getting there. To own one Bitcoin right now, back in the day, cost you $1, cost you less back in the early days. But buying one Bitcoin right now is 60k. So if you pull up and just say you've got one Bitcoin, by 2030, even right now, you're going to be like, wow. So I would accumulate a little bit of Bitcoin if you can. This will cost you right now, I think, $60. Or if you go 0.001, whatever the maths is. It's early in the morning, brain's not really working. But understand what I'm saying. The way for Bitcoin and Ethereum, in my opinion, is only up. The altcoins is what we speculate on. Some of these altcoins are not going to be alive after the bull run, but that's fine because we come in with less money, we rinse these altcoins for the cycle, and we move on. It's an exciting time to be in crypto 2025. So here's the top Bitcoin rich list. And you can see the supply. This account owns 25%, this account owns 20, this account owns 22, this owns 10, this owns 5, this owns 1. And eventually what happens is we got 60, 70, 80% already gone. Think about that. You know how much, like, this is just nothing, man. I'm telling you, so it's so important. So, I'll tell you this as well. Data point 3 is buy red, sell green. Okay? Not on the daily, not on the hourly, that's not what I mean. Long term. Now, most people don't do this, so they make these mistakes about the future of crypto. Mistake 1, they chase green candles. So, what happens is, everybody got excited about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and Ethereum and every other altcoin in 2021. They bought the peaks. Okay? You sell the peaks. You buy here. You get rid of this shit, because it's only going one way, especially if it's getting frothy. So right now in the previous cycle, we hit technically an all-time high of 70 odd K, right? Everybody wanted to buy then. They panic now and they're selling 59. You do the opposite, man. You do the opposite because you avoid red on solid coins. Everybody avoids red. Right now, when Brett was hot, just a quick example, you don't have to buy Brett, but it's just a perfect example. When memes were hot, and they're going to come back, but just looking at Brett, for example, everybody wanted to buy Brett. Okay, at the market cap here of 1.8. Now nobody wants to touch Brett at a 50% discount. Whether you like Brett or not, use this to your own altcoin. It's just crazy how everybody gets this mixed up because everybody's got the FOMO mindset. So again, mistakes people do is they avoid red and solid altcoins. Do the opposite. And the unfortunate mistake is number 3 is, I don't want to get into this too much because I know this pisses you a lot guys off, but this is a harsh reality, is nobody makes enough money. Even I don't make enough money. You need to start making more money or cutting the expenses if you want to accumulate these coins for this bull run. Because if you're sitting there right now and you make 3k, okay, it's fine. But if you're spending 3k, how are you supposed to get in the cryptocurrency game? So we need to either cut the expenses, however you can do that, sell some shit, put that in assets, or you need to make more money. I can't tell you how to do that. Yes, you can go into another job. Yes, you can ask for a pay rise. It's difficult. But if you're not making enough money and your expenses are zero at the end of the month, how are you going to even get in the game? You have to figure that out. So don't be like everyone else. Follow these steps, because this is seriously your last chance. And if you don't take this seriously, you're going to be buying at peak prices at 2025, where you finally get enough money, or you finally get in the game. But there's not going to be enough time in the game, because after every bull run, we crash. Okay? Take it seriously, brother. Take it seriously, because it's not a joke.